You know, it's funny, man, because, you know, people start filing in as soon as I start saying DJ Drama was coming by. Now look at the place is all packed up now. Damn, Drama, everywhere we go, man.
You know what? Everybody came with CDs in hand, like, I'm about to get put on.
Well, but you know, there's certain DJs that I think over the past years, there's always those elite group of DJs, and when I say elite, it's not because he's not accessible, because Drama is in the clubs, he's in the streets.
Very hands-on.
Yeah, all right, and he put music out that everybody can relate to, but Drama, you're one of the few that can actually break an artist that's left, you know what I mean? And,
thank you.
Yeah, and when I say break an artist, what does that mean to you?
I guess it means to, you know, be at the forefront of someone's movement, or, you know, have people come to me or come to that artist and say the first time I heard you was on a DJ Drama mixtape or Gangsta Grillz or something like that, you know. And, you know, I think, like, you know, Sway and Deb, I remember being young and listening to mixtapes and, you know, like, always feeling like I wanted to be ahead of the game, or, you know, you have this addiction to new shit. That's what I call it, my addiction to new shit. So, you know, it's always like hip-hop is such a forward-moving culture. So, you know, being a medium and being a DJ that, you know, so highly connected within the industry as well to the people, it's like being ahead of the curve is so important and you know, so vital to one's career in a sense. So, you know, it's just always good to stay on the cusp, on the edge, and you know, I mean, it's amazing to me to think of some of the projects I've been a part of, or the mixtapes that I've done, and, you know, but I also, it makes me strive to keep going and to not, you know, work on what I did yesterday, but what's coming tomorrow.
And that's important. Yeah, that's important, because last night, Drama and I've been in the game a long time, and this man has been a force in the game a long time. But we were working last night at that showcase for Warner Brothers, right?
Y'all worked your asses off.
As we should have, though. You know, I mean, first, I was excited because it's my first time to South by Southwest. You know, and then just when you look into the crowd and you feel the energy, you know, it just feels so fresh and so new. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was even fun for me to just, you know, decide what I was going to play between acts and, you know, just keep them into it and everything like that. Because then, you know, it's such a crowd like that. You can go from UGK to ASAP to, you know, really staying on the edge of what's current and, you know what I mean, at the same time, what's vintage hip hop.
That's
now,
right.
I know, like, especially at something like this, I know you're going to get mobbed like crazy. But if you had a chance, have you had a chance to check out some of the indie shows? Are there any new artists that you've, you know, kind of discovered out here so far?
No, not yet. But what I have done is gotten about probably 30 to 40 CDs.
Wow.
And normally, you know,
in 30 to 40 minutes.
No time. I mean, we was at an event yesterday early on the day, J. Cole and Prodigy and Rosenberg, and I just happened to come through. Shout out my man Crespo and June. We just came through and, you know, was hanging out, and people started handing me CDs. But, you know, like, especially something like this, I took every CD home. I plan on listening to every CD because, you know, I mean, just as we're here, you know, that next person is right there. So I know them conversations 4 or 5 years from now when, I remember the first time I met you at South by Southwest in 2012, you know what I mean? So, you know, I never take none of that for granted, and, you know what I mean? It is in situations like this where, you know, upcoming artists and talent is out here. So it's a great breeding ground for what's next.
This is what I want to do, man. You got the new song, We In This Bitch.
Yeah. Because
we in this bitch. Austin, make some noise, man.
We're definitely in this bitch.
All right. You got some crazy features on it, right?
Yeah.
Talk about that, too.
I new record, just dropped it. Future, T.I., Jeezy, Ludacris, you know. Big record, man. Shout to Kane Beats on the beat. First time ever, actually, Ludacris, T.I. and Jeezy have been on a record. Wow. Shockingly, you know what
crazy.
I mean? To think after all this time, you know, those powerhouses of Atlanta, and this is the first time they've ever, the three of them have all made it together. So, you know, it's a statement, it's a movement, you know, it's a record that, you know, meant a lot to me just as far as what it means to Atlanta. And, you know, I have been working on it for a little bit of time. I dropped the album at the end of last year called Third Power.
Of course.
And, you know, I just felt the need and necessity to just come right back, you know what I mean? So I just put the song out a couple weeks ago. It's doing great, and you know, we're gearing up for the visual. To definitely make that movie on the screen, and you know, it feels good. We in this
quality
bitch.
Street music. You got Jeezy, you got Luda and T.I. And we know the history between Luda and T.I. and Jeezy's always got, you know, you bring Atlanta together, man. So I want to give you props. Give props for that. And making great music. And then also, when is the Quality Street Music? Like, are you going to do a tour? When are you going to do a tour?
You know what's funny? I just talked to some people in the last couple of weeks about that, about doing it. Miss Thanksgiving Feed the Streets. Run through a couple of different cities and places. So I plan on doing that. Hopefully, sometime this summer around the album. I'm gonna put the album out late June, July.
Late June, July.
Yeah.
All right, man. If you need anything from Dev and me, man, we got your back, bro.
Y'all family.
Right.
All right, cool, man. We do some tour reports. When you on tour, at least doing your own thing, whether you get them artists or not.
Can I be like live in the background during your show and just be like Gangsta Grillz?
If you have time, you're quite a busy woman these days.
Do it again, Dev. Go ahead.
Gangsta Grillz.
Sway, do you know Dev is actually on a couple Gangsta Grillz mixtapes?
That's what she told me. I didn't believe it because
you didn't believe me.
Dev be making up stuff, so I didn't know if it was true or not.
Yeah, she's on the infamous Chris Brown Gangsta Grillz mixtape.
And what did she do? What did she do?
Bastards.
That's you, Dev?
Yeah, I mean,
do it again.
Do a little something. Okay.
Okay, pop your own collar. All right. Okay. Drama, man. Thank you for coming through, brother, man.
It's always a pleasure.
Hang out.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.